Hey everyone, welcome to the Gootz Cast for Friday, May 8th, 2020. We are here with a Smackdown 205 post-show. I'm here with Andrew Lee. Andrew, how are you?
I'm all right. Enjoying wrestling.
I got good feedback on the Wednesday Night Wars podcast.
Did you really?
Yeah, what'd you get?
Wow, we got good feedback. What did my mom say?
Oh, it's so funny! Friend said it was good.
Shout out to my mother. Yeah.
I told Kyle Lewis, you would love Kyle Lewis. He's big into wrestling. Actually, He revealed something to me. So I did a pro wrestling team comedy show with him, like right after Caroline's banned me, and you know who was there doing stand up, and I didn't know. I left. I ran out because I was doing some show at Ben Rosenfeld. You know who was there performing?
Who?
Malcolm Bevins.
Oh, from NXT.
He was doing stand up that night, but he didn't want to promote it. He had his. I was wondering why he had so many people. But Malcolm brought his friends to see him, and he tried stand-up at that show. It was me, Malcolm Bevins, and Nathan Orton.
Kyle said this?
Yeah, Kyle told me this.
Kyle,
he said Malcolm Bevins was at the show. He revealed it to me during the Fantasia. We did Fantasia 2000.
Wait, which Kyle?
Kyle Lewis.
Kyle Lewis told you this?
Yeah.
You know what Kyle Lewis told me? He told me you talked so much in the beginning, and we should just start this show.
Okay, go fuck yourself. This is wrestling related. Malcolm Bevins.
Kyle Lewis also told me that I'm better than you. And
you know what? So fuck Kyle Lewis. Right? Hey, let's go. SmackDown. Let's start. I'm gonna say this. The show peaked. Yeah. The night peaked with the first segment.
I'm gonna disagree. Okay. Wow, we're gonna have a lot to disagree about in this one then. Mm-hmm. All right. We had SmackDown opens up with Michael Cole, Corey Graves. This is not live. As soon as this show begins, they show very quick backstage segment of Mandy and Otis getting ready for their fight with Sonya Deville, and Dolph Ziggler getting ready for that as well. And Dolph Ziggler makes a key point to say, go easy on her face. And we start off with Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville in a match they have been building up since a few weeks before WrestleMania. I thought this was going to be a good fight. Like I was looking.
I liked it.
I liked it. It was too short. It was a little too short. Mm-hmm. The wrestling wasn't so good, but there was a lot of drama.
I liked Sonya Deville talking shit when Sonya Deville had her in submission holds and was talking shit. I thought that was really good. And then she started taking off her eyelashes.
Jeez.
I thought that shit was done really well.
I've never seen that before in a wrestling match, by the way.
That like made me go, ooh. I really liked this segment. I thought Mandy Rose showed a lot of – I think they both brought it. I mean, look, I thought Mandy Rose had something a year ago and nobody else did. I thought, she's gotten, an extra – Liv Morgan has surprised me this year, but I saw that in Mandy Rose a year ago. But Mandy Rose really brought it tonight, and Sonya really brought it. And they're both elevating themselves with this feud, I think. Yeah,
this was there wasn't a lot of technicality. There wasn't a lot of technical moves. This was not gonna be your a New Japan quality match, but there was a lot of trash talking on both sides. On both sides. Sonya, I remember one of the best lines was Sonya Deville was like, "Ref, I feel bad. I'm gonna feel bad about this," and just beating her up. Yeah, she rips Mandy's eyelashes out while she has her in a body vice. I've never seen that before in a wrestling match.
And then she just start choking her, she's just playing with Mandy. I thought it was cool.
But then they go to the outside of the ring, and Mandy starts bringing it. And there was a point where Mandy took Sonya, slammed her into the announcer's table, and was she was like, "Who's the bitch now, bitch?" You hear say that because that was a callback. That was a callback to I think last week when she said but she called her a bitch, and it was good, but then it just ended with when
Mandy Rose sold the leg good, I thought.
Yeah, but it ended kind of out of nowhere where Sonya Deville rolled her up and held onto her tights for the pin.
You know what I would have had? Yeah. I would have had Sonya Deville knock her out and pin her she's dead in the ring, and then be like, "I defeated you decisively. You're nothing. I told you that." And then have Mandy Rose train with Otis for a rematch.
That would have been good. That probably would have been better than this one. one good thing about this ending is that
you got to keep Mandy strong. That's why I think.
Well, also this is not the end of the feud because
no, I know. Yeah, that's why they did the
heel one with the tights. Yeah, so even though I felt it was really really short, I'll give them that because it's not over yet.
Yeah, so, I think the image of like Mandy Rose just laid out unconscious and Sonya Deville standing over her, I think that's too definitive of an image for Junior and his and Bruce Pritchard and stuff.
I think it would have been too definitive an ending for me as well. Like if I saw that happen, I would have been like, "Well, you're just killing this shit already," I don't know how.
But I would have liked it that Sonya Deville is that to me it would have been like, no, you don't understand. Sonya Deville's a legit threat to everyone. She's been holding back because of Mandy. That's what I would have.
These guys, if they have a couple of more matches, someone needs to come out like looking like a monster in this.
I think it should be Sonya. Unfortunately, I think Mandy can recover, but I think at the end of the feud, if Sonya decisively defeats Mandy, I think that would be good because I think you need to build Sonya for Becky Lynch.
Yeah, if they could build Sonya starting from this point on, just after this, going on to beat up Tamina, and then ultimately just keep moving up.
Raw.
Yeah, she could be something. But we'll see. But overall,
she's a lesbian.
Yeah. Match number 2, we got New Day and Lucha Bros against Miz and Morrison and the Forgotten Sons. So this is a 8-man tag match.
It's a Forgotten House Party match.
Forgotten House Party match, yeah. Forgotten Lucha House Party match, right?
Dude, somebody tweeted something about Forgotten Sons, and I tweeted at him, "Ain't no party like a forgotten party," and a bunch of people liked it. Yeah. I think that's a fun. I'm surprised that line. A lot more people aren't into that line.
That was so funny when that happened. Yeah, when he said that. So this match, this is a very long match. It's a very good match. While it's happening, there was a really funny commentary where Corey Graves was like talking about, how could you do that to Miz? Miz is he's an A-list celebrity. And then he goes, and Morrison's well, he's on a list.
He's on the sex offender list.
Yeah, that was so funny. Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of good spots in this match. The Lucha House Party's 3 splash spot, where the guy standing on his shoulders jumps down, and then they just constantly keep body splashing on the guy. There was a part where Blake did a suicide dive. It was nasty. He looked like he hit his head through the barricade and stuff. It comes back, and it's just one of the coolest spots in this match was where Kofi's just all the heat's coming on Kofi. He's just getting beat up. He tries to go for the hot tag, and all the heels pull all other 3 guys off the apron, so he misses all the hot tags. And then Morrison took 2 huge head spikes, right, from Lince Dorado. It ends with Miz giving Lince Dorado the skull crushing finale. But this was a fantastic match.
I think they should put the belts on the Lucha House Party and let them go every week on SmackDown. Or I don't know, I would say from the Forgotten Sons now to get them over strong. But the Lucha House Party is just such a good tag team. Maybe they don't even need the belts. I guess the Forgotten Sons need the belts more.
I feel the same way you do, meaning in the sense that I want to see the titles on a new tag team.
Yeah, I'm tired of New Day.
I'm tired of New Day. I'm tired of Usos. I'm tired of Miz and Morrison. I want to see the titles on a new team, and I want to see how they will go defending the titles.
I would love to see Lucha House Party with a long reign. I think it's time. But the Forgotten Sons. Here's my thing. If the Forgotten Sons get the belts, if they have a lengthy feud with the Lucha House Party, and eventually Lucha House Party beats them, that'll put the Lucha House Parties over. Also, I do think eventually you need to get Jackson Riker away from those 2 idiots.
Yeah.
Because I think Jackson Riker can be somebody that you can put in a main event program with Bray Wyatt if you have him as a face, or with Braun Strowman as a heel. Yeah,
this match is building up to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Not Money in the Bank match on
the Fatal 4-Way.
The Fatal 4-Way on Sunday. So it's going to be New Day versus Lucha House Party versus Miz and Morrison and Forgotten Sons. you and me, we're thinking alike. We want to see the title of a new person. I'm gonna say I prefer it being on the Lucha House Party. Forgotten Sons are so new that even if they don't win it, you can build up to it.
You can
Lucha
build
House
up to
Party
it. The next pay per view is not till July. So even if the Lucha House Party has the belts for 2 months, which by the way I don't know, it's gonna be interesting what they do in June. But if the Lucha House Party has the belt for 2 months, they can have a ton of really good matches with everybody
on SmackDown. Yes,
you build towards the match, and then you can have Forgotten Sons beat them for the belts in July.
Book it.
Yeah, have like Lindsay or Grand Malik pin the Miz at this point.
Yeah. So if you're gonna watch, I would say 100%. Everybody should watch this match that was on tonight. I give it 5 Gootz.
I say the first match before this match, but whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that big of a Mandy Rose fan. I don't know.
I think you are. All right. So then we have a King Corbin backstage segment, which I liked it because he started going in on Otis, and it was really funny, some of the stuff he was saying.
He was funny, this one.
This wasn't bad, right?
It was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was short. It was good. Then they had Renee Young in the ring introducing, welcoming back Jeff Hardy. Mm-hmm. Jeff Hardy comes back, and he must have still been on drugs because he was acting like there was an audience there the whole freaking time. He's cutting this really crappy promo. Sheamus can't stand.
Sheamus keeps interrupting him like Mystery Science Theater in the back.
Yeah,
like, you're a fucking idiot and stuff like.
Yeah,
just shitting on him off a flight.
He comes to the ring. Jeff Hardy hits all his spots, and he poses for the audience that's there, and this was a little cringe. It was a little cringy.
I hate Sheamus. I just can't get behind him. I really think he should just go back to Cesaro and be like, I'm sorry, can we beat the bar again? And call it a day.
One thing is, I do like him in this area, in this level. I never thought Sheamus should have been a championship level guy, but he's the level of he's like a upper mid card heel that faces have to fight.
If Jeff Hardy decisively beats him, I'll allow it. If Jeff Hardy loses to Sheamus, did they announce they're wrestling Money in the Bank? I can't remember.
No, they did not.
I think they should have that match.
I think it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, yeah.
Yeah.
But if Sheamus beats Jeff Hardy, I think that's garbage. But
no. Sheamus has to lose this.
Yeah.
If Sheamus wins, then they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah. Because Jeff Hardy's another guy you can put to the top of the card with Bray or with Braun Strowman. Yeah.
And here's the thing: the best I've ever seen Sheamus was when he was with Cesaro in the bar, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can't do that because Cesaro is occupied, this is the next best role Sheamus will be in. Or not in the championship picture, just a heel, a mid-card heel you have to face.
Or turn Sheamus face and have him try to get Cesaro to leave Shinsuke and Baron Corbin and build a feud between Corbin and Sheamus. That's what I would do.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if you could do a face Sheamus.
They've done a face Sheamus.
I never bought into it.
I would root for a face Sheamus trying to get Cesaro to reform the bar. And Cesaro being like, fuck you.
Yeah. All right. Then we had a clip. Actually, more like a trailer of the Undertaker Last Ride 5-part documentary series that is starting this Sunday right after Money in the Bank. It looked good. It looks like it's about the man behind the character of Undertaker. And
I'm excited. I think we're gonna wind up not liking this guy this much at the end of this. That's my prediction.
This was like it was like the twilight of his career kind of character. Documentary. This looks good.
I will definitely be watching it after we record the podcast on Sunday.
Yeah. Then we had a Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt face to face in the ring. Oh man. Some parts of the back and forth of what they were saying, you could write it.
He said twice, "You don't know me. You don't know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
You don't know what I think." It's like you could have wrote down what someone, like half the stuff they were saying, you could write that down, and if you read it, it would sound like a girl confronting her abusive boyfriend. Like it's like a domestic abuse argument.
How about when he got like confused by the mask and then he's looking around, and the puppets are like, join us, join.
Yeah.
Oh,
This was.
they need Bray Wyatt. Here's the other thing too. Bray Wyatt again. He outacts these guys, and they don't know how to keep up with him. Cena can keep up with him. Daniel Bryan can keep up with him, but like in terms of acting. But these guys, whether it's whatever Seth Rollins or Braun, they don't know how to keep up with them acting wise, and they look so stupid. Especially when they're face to face. It would have been better if Bray was on the screen. I don't know why they had Bray come to the ring.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Do you think this is gonna? So Bray and Braun have a match at Money in the Bank. Do you think this is gonna be a Firefly Funhouse match? Or just
No, they would have promoted that. I think it's gonna be a regular match.
Okay.
With Bray as Bray. I don't know what, and then he's gonna lose, and he's gonna call the Fiend out, and then Extreme Rules, it'll be him versus the Fiend in a Firefly Funhouse match.
I am not looking forward to this match at all.
Yeah, I mean, I know they had to have this feud sooner or later, but the way they're doing
would have
it,
been better.
I think it should have been more pre-tapes. This feud. I don't know why these two guys, make it more. Everything with Bray should be cinematic. They nailed it with Cena. Even when Bray Wyatt was in Cena's face, like when he would come to the ring, it was done in a fantasy style setting. But they've kind of they're taking away the mysticism of Bray Wyatt for this feud. And I don't know, I'm not feeling it, and I think this match is gonna suck. And yeah.
Yeah. All right. So after that, we had Otis is walking around, and he runs into Drew Gulak and Daniel Bryan. And they're like, "Hey, Otis, did you hear what Corbin had to say about you?" Setting up for what's going to happen later.
That was good.
Yeah. Quick and short. We had match number 3: Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Lacey Evans and Tamina, which kind of set up from last week. I'll be honest with you. I've been enjoying heel Bayley. Her constantly calling out Michael Cole. Did you see that part where she distracted? I think it was was it Lacey when Lacey went up to the top rope, and then Bayley was like, and then she just gets distracted, and then she gets thrown up. I've been digging heel Bayley. Her gear looks way better than all the multicolored crap she used to wear. What do you think about heel Bayley?
Yeah, she's fine. I like heel Sasha too. I like them together.
Yeah. I like them together.
I do wish Sasha was Money in the Bank. I think it's a waste not to have her in it. But other than that, it was fine. Yeah, this match was fine, and I'm looking forward to Tamina versus Bayley, which I never thought I'd say ever in my life. In my life would I say I am looking forward to Tamina and Bayley, but I am.
So Tamina wins this match by super kicking and then doing a Samoan drop on Bayley and winning. I thought Tamina looked the worst in this whole match. This wasn't a bad match, but she was the least interesting out of everybody. So I'm actually not looking forward to the Bayley Tamina match.
I think it'll be good. I think so. I have a good feeling about it.
Well, yeah. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I always want to see good wrestling, not bad wrestling. So I hope I'm wrong. One interesting thing about this match is they went to a commercial break, and right before they came back, they had Jimmy Hart. I don't know if you saw this. Jimmy Hart
and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, they came out. I was like, what the hell? They're promoting WrestleMania 3 being shown on FS1 on
They
Tuesday.
live near each other, so it's okay.
Yeah, it was really cool though. It was cool seeing him see him do a throwback. I thought it was from years ago, but it wasn't. It's recent.
Yeah, it was probably this week because they just announced it.
Yeah, so it's going to be WrestleMania 3 on FS1 on Tuesday at 8 p.m. After this match, we see another Taker Last Ride 5-part documentary plug. And this time everybody just it's not any clips. It's about how, look, everybody's talking about how great this documentary is. Sports Illustrated is giving it 5 Gootz, Variety is.
You have to convince me that a documentary about Undertaker's private life is probably interesting. So.
Yeah, but that's what this one was about. And then we had a tour of the office.
Yeah, they had that on Raw too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally missed that. I don't know. But they went through the whole building to show you what Money in the Bank is going to look like. And then they had Carmella and Dana Brooke backstage segment. Carmella's wearing way too much makeup.
She always was.
Dude, she had brown cheeks, bro.
Yeah, I know. Maybe Corey pooped on her before they went on the air. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those two are into some weird shit.
They probably are, man.
Hey, bro.
The brown stuff, man. And our fourth and final match, we got Corbin, Nakamura, and Cesaro versus.
Wait a minute, wasn't there a hacker segment before that?
A what?
A hacker segment?
No. Oh well, they did the intros first, and then they did a hacker segment.
And what was the hacker segment about again?
So the first thing they did was they brought out Corbin, Nakamura, and Cesaro, and then they went to commercial and they did a hacker segment where the guy he just showed old clips of like New Day winning the titles back, new clips since the quarantine matches, empty arena matches, and he's coming soon, or whoever this person is coming.
It's supposed to be at Money in the Bank.
Is that Money in the Bank?
Yeah, and he said he had a voicemail or something.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to it that much. I think at this point I'm bored with it.
I think supposedly someone betrayed someone. He's going to reveal it. I think it's Big E and Kofi.
Who did they betray?
No, someone betrayed their friend. So I think Big E betrayed Kofi. Big E's been plotting against Kofi. Or something.
Oh, I see what you're saying. He showed a whole bunch of clips, and then he said, "I'm going to reveal who betrayed who."
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
He showed other clips.
Hold on, I think maybe it's on on fucking. Let me see. Before we just give out false information on this stupid.
Yeah,
of a show we actually watched.
Is he coming? First off, they said he's coming. The person.
I've heard he is coming at Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Money in the Bank, and
I think they said that like a few weeks ago.
Do you think it's gonna be Ali? I still say it's gonna be Ali.
I think it's gonna be you.
It's gonna be me.
Yeah.
I heard it was Brad Shepard. It's a work,
Danny
brother.
Palmer. That's why he got the job.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's a woman's voice this week.
I'll tell you one thing. Payback is coming, and it's coming real soon.
Payback.
Yeah, they didn't say Money in the Bank. It just said coming real soon.
No, somebody said it's. The hackers are targeting tag teams. Okay. Where is he? Is the hacker lives coordinates?
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Hold on. This is a report. Let me read this. Sorry, I don't mean to cut that in.
Yeah.
The shadowy mystery hacker figure, I looked at me, returned during a segment on tonight's SmackDown on Fox. The video opened the mystery man's control station. He asked everyone if they are watching and listening because I am. While he said this, we saw shots of Tamina Snuka and Lacey Evans, Big E, Carmella Dana Brooke. The mystery man said, "Are you watching? Are you listening? Because I am." The thing about anger is you can always hear it before you see it. The hooded man then pressed a button to play a voicemail. The message was from a woman who said, "I'll tell you one thing, payback is coming. It's coming real soon." The file name, so the voicemail show was created on Friday, April 17th at 9:35, which would have been during a SmackDown episode. That episode of SmackDown saw Tamina defeat Sasha Banks. Brooke. Evans. So Evans. The hints are there's going to be who's Evans? Who the fuck is Evans? Lacey Evans. Sorry.
Lacey Evans.
Some sort of heel turn for Evans, Big E, Carmella, or Brooke. I think that it's going to be Big E.
That'd be cool if it was Big E, because if Big E, let's just say what happens is maybe during the ladder in the bank, if it's Big E, if it's Big E, they've got to lose the titles.
Yeah,
right.
I think it's going to be Big E. And
Big E will go on to a singles run, and he would be a good challenger for Braun because they're both. He might not be tall, but he's mass-wise, he's thick.
Yeah.
You know.
They should have Big E betray fucking Kofi a week into his title run, and I don't know why they've kept New Day around. I think it's hurt all three of them. I don't give a fuck they like it. It's hurt all three. I don't look. Triple H could imagine. Okay, so they got together in what 2014, right? New Day.
Okay. I don't know. I'm agreeing with you. Fine.
New Day. So it's been 5 years. If Triple H stayed, let's not count 97. Let's say the '98 version of DX. Let's just give. If Triple H stayed with DX No, let's even go 97. He would have still been in DX in the mid card up until 2002, which means he would have missed the match with Cactus Jack. He would have missed the matches with Undertaker at WrestleMania. He would have missed a lot of things that made him who he is, like his peak of his career, because he's too busy being goofy with fucking DX until 2002.
Yeah.
And counting. So what I'm saying to you is, okay, yeah, it might suck that there's no more New Day for you, Big E or Kofi. But for someone like Big E, you've got to start taking yourself seriously. You've got to start fucking having good matches. You're a big guy. You have a lot of charisma.
No, I mean, New Day has good matches, but it's more like you need to start.
We've seen this.
You need to start going off on your own.
Yeah, they do. And sorry, Xavier Woods.
You as a tag team guy, we need to see you as a singles guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like enough is enough. I like New Day, but enough is enough. It's time to move on. And
yeah, that would be pretty good. I think if you do that, you also lose another tag team in SmackDown. So that will be also another spot opening up for another tag team that could come up.
Yeah, you could hire back the Vaudevillians. Okay, so
I would move maybe Ricochet and Cedric Alexander.
How about Brendan Vink and the other guy? Put them on SmackDown.
No. Move Ricochet and Cedric. They ain't fucking gonna win anything.
They can job the Bray Wyatt together.
Yeah.
Match. Or Jackson Riker.
I'm all for it. So Cesaro.
So let's talk about the main event.
Yeah, Cesaro and Nakamura and Corbin face Drew and Daniel Bryan, and they're waiting for their third partner. But I don't know if you noticed this, but while they're waiting, they're jaw jacking at each other, and Cesaro starts speaking Swedish. Do you see that part where he starts speaking Swedish? And they cut to Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak, and you could hear Baron Corbin say, "I don't know what you said, but yeah." Right? but okay. And you see like Daniel Bryan like trying not to laugh, just like shaking his head. And you see Drew Gulak like smiling, like he's just like they want to crack up. It was so funny. Mm-hmm. But then it's Otis. Otis is the third man. And standard match. They start fighting. Corbin pins Gulak after hitting the deep six. But the weirdest part was the match ended like about 9:54. They have about like 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
And as soon as the match is over, the match is not over. They just keep brawling and they just keep fighting. Drew Gulak does like a dive all the way outside the barricade to most of the people. They all go back. Corbin's left alone. He sets up the ladder, starts climbing the ladder to try to grab one of the briefcases. Daniel Bryan comes back. They fight some more. He tries to reclimb the ladder. Otis comes in. They fight some more. Otis tries to climb the ladder. He breaks 2 rugs. And then they fight some more, and Corbin once again climbs up the ladder and grabs the briefcase. I don't know what the fuck point of this was, because doesn't count. It's Marin was like, it's symbolism. I was like, that was very funny when he said it. He said it as a joke, obviously, but
wait. I just thought of something. What if, and I want to do this with a man, but what if someone like Nia Jax or Shayna Baszler grabs both briefcases?
I think there's 2 rings though. So you're saying they win one and then they?
No, I think it's only one ring.
No, I think there's 2 rings.
There's 2 rings? Okay.
I think so.
But what if like Shayna Baszler wins one Money in the Bank and is like, fuck this, and let's say like, I don't know, Daniel Bryan and Aleister Black are just unconscious in the ring. She puts the ladder up, just climbs and grabs the other briefcase.
I mean, I don't know. Then they would have 2 briefcases. I have no idea.
That would be interesting, because then like, what if like, let's say like Drew McIntyre like gets knocked out by Seth Rollins on Raw, and Shayna Baszler just cashes in and wins the WWE title, or Nia Jax, that matter. Like she just goes and pins him.
Can I tell you, I like the concept of Money in the Bank. I just never liked the concept that it's a briefcase.
It was perfect for Edge because it solidifies character as a sneaky son of a bitch. But you kind of look like, like Daniel Bryan when he first beat the Big Show. You kind of become like a bitch, because it's like, well, you couldn't really beat Big Show one-on-one, so you had to run in the middle of a match and put your, you know what I mean? Like for a baby face, makes the baby face look like a bitch.
Yeah.
when they do
I
that.
mean, I just didn't like the fact that it's a briefcase. It's just weird. It's
Well,
not.
you could use it as a weapon. So.
Yeah, that's why, because it's really the whole point of it was it's not the briefcase, it's what's inside the briefcase.
Yeah.
Like a contract.
The
But
best face cash in was CM Punk, the first one. Where he cashes it because Batista beats up Edge. You think that's it, whatever, and then he comes out and the crowd was that was the best face one.
So, well, what did you think about this match? And
I thought it was fine. I like this. I like that Otis broke the ladder.
The rugs, yeah. That last part was a little weird. I was like, why are they doing this? It's just kind of silly.
Well, they want to pose like I could win this.
Yeah, the symbolism. But,
symbolism of shitty booking. I thought it was a fine SmackDown. Look, I'm sorry, guys, that we're not Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez, where we look for problems that aren't there and ignore all the problems that AEW has.
I don't think peaked at the first match. I thought the second match, the 8-man tag, was the best match of the night. But this was a fun SmackDown.
I thought Mandy and Mandy and the 8-man tag were great. Everything else was what it was.
SmackDown started off strong, really strong. It started teetering down, but overall, because it didn't teeter out too much. I mean, it didn't peter out too much. This was a fun show. I would recommend people watch this. And
it's the best.
Can I just play this clip from Brian Alvarez to show how biased they are?
Sure.
It's a short clip. So this is about corona testing with AEW and WWE. Listen to this. This is what he says.
Negatives. Sammy Guevara goes in and I shouldn't have said a name, but I'm just throwing out a random name. Sammy Guevara gets tested. It says he does not have coronavirus. He's negative, but in fact, he does have it because the tests are not perfect. The best way to avoid this problem is...
He's saying that the tests aren't perfect. So Sammy Guevara could test that he doesn't have it, but he could have it. Okay? That's what he's saying, right?
Oh,
hypothetically.
He's just saying hypothetically, right?
Hypothetically, but hold on. There's more.
You need to have as few people there as possible. So if WWE is going to be taping Raw, it's only essential personnel. Honestly, the barber shouldn't be there. And honestly, the backstage interviewers, they don't need to be there. They shouldn't be there. The fewer people that you have, the better your odds are that a disaster does not happen. So that's the story. AEW started the COVID testing yesterday, and hopefully WWE follows suit very soon.
That to me, okay. So he's complaining that WWE has a backstage interviewer and a barber who fixes their hair in the back, but he's not complaining about AEW having all those people around the ring following the brawl. Come on, bro. Charlie Caruso, you're upset Charlie Caruso's in the back with a mic. What about JR and Tony Schiavone fucking sitting next to each other? What about Jake the Snake with no mask?
What about those kids?
What about those kids? Come on. That's why I don't take these guys seriously.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to say how shitty SmackDown was. Oh, SmackDown was so bad. So
good. You can't be biased. You have to be fair. If
that's
you're
why we are the voices of our generation.
Yes, because we will shit on everybody. Everybody's equally going to get shit on, okay? Yeah. But overall, we both like SmackDown. Let's talk about the 205 because I really like 205.
205 Live tonight was great. Finally, Oni Baloney was the guy.
Whoa. Let's start from the very beginning.
Okay.
You had Tom Phillips, and he introduces making his WWE debut, Jeremy Borash, from WCW, Impact, TNA Wrestling. First time being featured on WWE TV. It was cool seeing
Is he Jeremy. The new host of 205 Live?
It looked like because the way they ended it looked like it was going to be. Jeremy put on some weight, but it was great seeing Jeremy Borash. It was really funny because as soon as he came out, they were like, well, that's it. Their time's up. We're just going to go to Oni. And he was like, what, that's it? And then they go straight to Oni in the backyard, just throwing logs, right? Just throwing logs. He's working out. And he goes, we got to pick a match that influenced me. This match, it influenced everybody. I used to watch this match when I was a kid, all the time. It's a 9-title unification match. It really isn't a unification match, but it's a 9-title, on the line match from Starrcade 1996. Malenko versus Ultimo Dragon. Yeah, our first Cruiserweight WCW match on 205 Live. This was a good match too.
Yes, this was a great. I'm so glad finally a fucking cruiserweight picked the WCW cruiserweight match.
Yes.
Finally said yeah, my favorite match is Andre the Giant versus Big John Studd. Here also, what's my moves? Oh, I'm a 90-pound guy that does 97 moonsaults. But my favorite match is Big John Studd versus Nikolai Volkov. Like, I'm so glad that this episode actually had a cruiserweight match from WCW.
Yeah, this and what do you call it? Watching this match, I was like, wow. Dean Malenko was a really good wrestler. I forgot how good he was.
Both guys were in the prime. Ultimo Dragon's the guy Ultimo Dragon I think is better than Rey Mysterio. I think he's even better than Eddie Guerrero. He has not gotten his props that he should have.
Yes.
Dean Malenko is fantastic. Stinko Malenko.
Ultimo Dragon created Dragon Gate, which is the second biggest promotion in Japan. It's like the second biggest one, still draws people and stuff. Not now, obviously, but that he's influential. His style, Ultimo Dragon's style of mixing Japanese strong style and lucha libre from Mexico, that everybody does right now. Most people do right now. That's all from Ultimo Dragon. He's the one who started that.
WCW was so smart in showcasing these world-class workers.
Yes.
I mean, you want to sit there and tell me about the Timothy Thatchers. You want to sit there and tell me about fucking Sammy Guerrero or even Kenny Omega. I mean, these guys are another level back then. These WCW guys. And it was always so smart to start the show off like that. So it's really hot. In the middle, you have Lex Luger fucking plow around, and you're like, all right, forgive him. But by the main event, people were just so happy to see Piper or Hogan that even if the match stunk, they got their money's worth from Eddie Guerrero or from Ultimo or from Stinko Malenko.
The funniest part in this match was, by the way,
I hate Sonny Ono, by the way, though. He ruins all these.
Yeah, matches. I can't stand Sonny Ono.
Sonny Ono was old-fashioned in 1996, let alone fucking 20.
He was such Sonny Ono set Asian people back 10 years.
Sonny Ono, and the only reason he has to be Eric Bischoff's friend, Sonny Ono would have looked stupid in 1983 WWF. Like, he's so fucking bad, and he takes away from a lot of the shit that they do. Yeah. But it still works, even with that fucking retard.
So they had this is from 1996, and it's WCW. And commentary, it is Mike Tenay, Dusty Rhodes, and Tony Schiavone, and actually Bobby the Brain Heenan, a 4-man booth. And one of the funniest things was, Mike Tenay, the professor, this guy knows a lot about wrestling. Yeah, he knows a lot about wrestling, and he's just talking about Ultimo Dragon, just like giving everybody some background on Ultimo Dragon. And he goes, you're gonna look out for the Asai Moonsault. It's one of his special moves that he does. It's named actually after him. That's his name, his real name, Asai, and it's named after him. The Moonsault. He named the Moonsault after him. After he's done explaining that, like literally 2 seconds later, Dusty Rhodes goes, Dragon Moonsault? Right? Because he said he named the move after him. He goes, Dragon Moonsault? And he goes, no, Asai Moonsault. He just went through like explaining what Asai Moonsault was.
I have to tell you,
cover it up. Goes,
I really liked
Dragon and Asai mean same thing.
I really liked Mike Tenay's role back then as the guy they would bring in for these matches, and he would get everyone over with so many little facts that it made their matches seem like a bigger deal because we had to bring in this other guy to explain all this to you. And I think that was a really smart move for WCW. It made it feel more like a sports presentation that you have this expert on foreign wrestlers come in.
It did.
It was really. I don't know why. That's what I see. Like when they have the 205 Live guys wrestle on like Raw, or they did or like even on NXT, like they have the Cruiserweight tournament. I would actually fucking bring in Mike Tenay to do that again and come in and be like, all right, so Jack Gallagher and and tell the story of Akira Tozawa, Jack Gallagher.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that because why would you do that for guys who are going to get squashed, basically?
Well, I mean, Ultimo Dragon sometimes did get squashed. I think Macho Man Randy Savage beat him up once, but
But anyway, Ultimo Dragon wins by I believe he hit him with a tiger suplex.
I think he hit him with the ramen noodle suplex.
The ramen noodle suplex. Yes. Good match. It's a very fun match. And then it comes back to Oni Lorcan in his backyard. This time he's doing lifts with his corgi named Riley. And then he introduces his favorite match. Not only his best 205 match, the best match in WWE history. From February 21, 2020. Yes, 2020, this year. This is just a couple months ago.
Right before Corona hit.
Yeah. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Ariya Daivari and Brian Kendrick, and just basically no DQ match. We got ladders, we got tables, lots of stuff happened in this match.
Did you watch this live, or this is when you were over?
I had watched this originally when it aired because I have not missed a single episode of 205. Okay. But this one I was watching, I was just skimming through it because I seen this match already. This is the match where Danny Burch tried to do the kip up, and then he stumbles and he falls, and then everyone laughs, and he gets up and he just looks at the camera and just goes.
Yeah.
That's great.
This was another good match.
This was a very good match. Remember, this is filmed after SmackDown has already happened, so you got to put yourself in the shoes of the audience who's watching this. You've already watched all your favorite stars. It's already been 2 hours. You're sitting there, and now you're watching some guys you don't even know. You're exhausted, and the crowd got so into this match.
Yeah, and this match was right after, I think, the John Cena segment, because it was in February. Yeah, or I think it was, or maybe was it the day that John Cena came back? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember.
But that crowd was fire that night.
Yeah, the crowd was eating this match up. Lots happened. Like I said, what do you call it? I think Brian Kendrick puts Oni Lorcan through a table from the ring apron, does a Death Valley driver through the table on the floor. We had like Ariya Daivari diving off a ladder in the ring. They did a spot where Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, they're to me, they're a very, very fun tag team because they're very intense and they're just like brawlers and there's nothing flashy about them. The only drawback I have in them, they have the shittiest tag team finisher. It's basically a DDT and the other guy only just grabs the guy's legs, like holds the guy's legs, and then Danny Burch just drops him in a DDT. It looks stupid. It really looks stupid. They do it. They try to do it on an announce table, but now they do it. The table doesn't break. They go back into the ring. They do it in the ring. They make the cover. Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan win. Fantastic match.
Hey, I liked it. I liked it. And again, 205 Live steals the week. I think.
Oh, we forgot the most important thing. Sorry. So after this whole thing, they come back. It's Tom Phillips and Jeremy Borash. And Tom Phillips goes, hey, the Cruiserweight tournament, who do you pick to win? And Jeremy Borash picks Drake Maverick because, little known fact, these guys are actually very good friends from back in the TNA days. Tom Phillips goes, really? Jake Maverick? That's what you're going to pick? You're not going to be – and he accuses him of being biased. And he goes, that's it. I quit. And he leaves. And then Jeremy Borash goes, I guess this is my show. I'll see you next week. And this is where this is why we're thinking he's a new host of the show.
Yeah. Well, if he's – I think that's fine if he's the host of the show. So that'd be cool. It's funny. He was like stuck in Florida for like 20 years with TNA. And he got the job with WWE. So like, oh my God, I'm going to be traveling the world with Vince. So if I moved to Connecticut, I bet you they made him move to Connecticut or something. And now he's still stuck in Florida.
So what did you think about 205?
Again, the best show of the week again. I love this classic match and recent 205 Live match or Cruiserweight Classic, whatever format. I really enjoy the show, and throw them up. Like Oni said, let's keep doing it. Let's keep having awesome shows like that.
This was exactly what we've been asking for weeks. Why can't you show a classic Cruiserweight match on a Cruiserweight show, which they did. I like how it was a show of one classic match and one current match, and the in between the transitions with Oni Lorcan just being Oni in the backyard made it extra fun. One thing I noticed about WB, all their shows were good this week. They were all
I think the worst show was probably NXT.
But even I would say that was an entertaining match. You know, these weren't all, you know, classics, but they were all entertaining shows.
I enjoyed. Oh, by the way, Dave Meltzer complained about the Street Profits match on Monday because he's a fucking idiot. Because it wasn't AEW. If it was Street Profits and Viking Raiders had that match on Dynamite, oh my God, they're just light years ahead of WWE.
I heard that review. They said that, you know what it was? It was they both kept saying, oh yeah, it was a good match, but he had a complaint about it. I forgot what it was.
He complained it wasn't AEW. Okay.
No, he complained about something. I forgot what it was. I remember
he complained that Cody Rhodes' penis wasn't being seen.
I don't know, man. This is huge.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
What a great
So
night of wrestling.
Listen, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Smackdown Post-show. I'm Ray Gootz and Lee. We are going to be back Sunday night for the Money in the Bank Post-show.
Yes.
What's going to happen on Sunday? Who knows? Hey, don't bite that. My cat's biting my Nintendo controller. What's going to happen? Who knows? Do you know?
Yes, I do know.
Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, sure. Cody Rhodes is gonna come out.
Cody Rhodes is gonna pee all over up there.
Yeah.
All right, and then Dave Meltzer will be like, "Oh, best pay-per-view ever! Oh, good Tokyo Dome! Oh my God, Tokyo Dome! Oh, I'm so smart. I know so much about wrestling." Okay, well,
all right.
That's our podcast. Thanks, guys.